pitch to Schliemann is on the way, and the first pitch is popped up into shallow center field. Vanderpool giving chase. Henderson calls her off and makes the catch a foot from the ground, and there's one down. Whew. Nice catch by Bruja in right. Would have been just a normal little pop-up, but the wind carries it, and Henderson makes the basket catch for the first down.
Very nice.
Now Altman, the pitch, swing, and a miss, strike one. Nothing in one, the count to Kayla Altman. Forstner on deck for the New Ulm Eagles. Bauman ready, the 0-1 pitch, swing, and a miss, strike two on the changeup. And the winner of this game will be the section champ. Bauman ready, Altman ready, the windup. And the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One down, nobody on here for the New Ulm Eagles in the top half of the first inning. Bailey ready. The 1-2 pitch to Altman. Lifted, foul, and out of play. Heads up. Not you.
I did move because I wasn't looking.
You're too busy texting. Who are you texting at this time of day?
It's actually Brianna Houseloud.
Oh, House. What's up, House?
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Altman. Bouncer before the plate that rolls all the way to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. The Arrows needed to win that first game. They did just that. They forced a second game, and it's winner take all. The 2-2 pitch to Altman. Lifted right side. Going to be a tough play, and Altman will have her first hit of the day as she comes up with a 1-out single to lead things off. A little redemption for Kayla Altman, who went 0 for 4 in the first game on 4 strikeouts. 1 down and 1 on here for New Ulm, and that'll bring the left fielder Kristen Forstner to the plate. Forstner steps in against Bauman. First pitch from Bailey Boppa on the way, and lifted, foul, and out of play. Nothing in 1 the count. The Arrows, who were out hit by the New Ulm Eagles in game number 1, used an unearned run to score the game's only run in a softball game. That is a classic. Bale's ready. The Shepherd ready. Forstner's ready in the box, and the 0-1 pitch. Strike is in. No balls and 2 strikes to count. As Altman trying to play some head games with Carly DeShepper before DeShepper walks her back to first base. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Bauman working here in the top half of the first inning. Bailey ready, and the pitch. High. Carly bluffs a throw down the first base. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Why is House texting you? Doesn't she know you're working?
She loves me.
Oh.
You know how many people listen to me, Bill? I don't know why they listen. I don't say much. All my coworkers and my friends. The
1-2 pitch. Swing! And a miss. Strike 3. Forstner gone on the strikeout. There's 2 away.
I was actually supposed to tell my supervisor, Mike Carmody, that he's the best boss ever, Bill.
He's the best boss ever, and I'll vouch for it. How's that?
Okay, fine.
Bauman now will deal with Laura Holm, the third baseman. The first pitch to her. Drop ball. That misses, ball 1. 1-0 the count, 2 down, and a runner on here for the New Ulm Eagles. Altman stands at first. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike. DeShepper behind the plate. Blumendahl at first. Swenson at second. Rudy is at third. At the pivot is Brooke Wober. Outfield left to right. Larson, Vanderpool, and Henderson. The pitch. Strike is in. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Congratulations to Bree Wober. She's heading up to the state track meet. I'm not sure exactly what it's in. I was just told, hey, say Bree is going to state. So there, I've said Bree is going to state.
Imagine that.
The 1-2 pitch from Bauman. Ground ball foul down the third baseline and out of play. Tell you what, she's my little gazelle.
She is an awesome
She
gal.
is quick. So congratulations to Bree Wober. She'll be at the state track meet next weekend at Hamlin University. Bauman in a battle here with Laura Holm. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and chopped foul again as Holmes stays alive in the at-bat. So what is House doing that is just so urgent?
I don't know. I think she's actually moving.
She's moving?
Yeah, she's moving out to her dad's house or something.
I see.
Yeah.
Bauman ready again. Holm ready again. And another 1-2 pitch. Just misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Carly gives the home plate umpire a little look at it. 2-2 the count. 2 down and 1 on rather. Bauman ready. And the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Bauman with her second strikeout of the inning. And the Eagles are done in the first. No runs on a hit. There were no errors. And 1 left on the base pass. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. No score. And the Arrows are coming to bat. As Coach Anderson talking to her senior pitcher, Becca Luce. Looks like maybe she will leave her in there. Arrows have a runner on second with 1 down, and Brooke Henderson coming to the plate for the Arrows. Blumendahl will be on second as the umpires will come in and break up the conference.
You know, I wouldn't put it past them that they might walk Ruha here.
Wouldn't be a bad idea on their part. 1 down. Coach Peterson and Coach Bauman both reminding Samantha it's got to be through. We saw the Arrows get doubled off earlier at second. Luce will wind and fire to Henderson. The pitch. High fly ball to center field. That's over the second baseman's head. Blumendahl's going to come around to score. Henderson on her way to second, and it's an RBI double for the Arrows cleanup hitter, and they have gone up 2-0.
Sam stayed at third.
Did she?
Yep.
Oh, she stayed at third base. I didn't know that because I couldn't see her.
Oh yeah, these people will just feel free to stand in front of us.
So the Arrows, I thought they had scored another run, but Blumendahl rather stayed at third base, and here comes Brooke Wolber to the plate. Second and third, 1 down for the Arrows. Wolber will step in. Neither runner has to go if they don't want to. The pitch. That's inside, ball 1. Arrows on top, 1-0 and threatening for more. Wolber steps in, Luce, ready, the pitch. That's outside, 2-0. If the Arrows can stay out of the double play, Jesse Gergen will bat this inning. Luce ready, the pitch. That's low. 3-0 now to Brooke Wolber. And Rowdy, I got to imagine she's taken all the way.
Oh.
3-0 pitch to Wobes. Walked her on 4, and the bases are loaded for the Arrows' designated player, Jesse Gergen. Think that might have been a bit of the game plan to try to get the force out at home. Gergen will step in. Bases are loaded. Mr. Blumendahl, is your heart okay? He says he's okay. Gergen will come to the plate with the bases loaded here for the Arrows, and only 1 out in the inning. Luce ready, Gergen ready, and the first pitch to her. That's in for a strike, 0-1. A big opportunity here for the Arrows. A base hit could bring in a couple. Okay. No. The pitch, high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Couple of kids going to state. Eric Stark. Which Veldhuizen was it? Gathan and Bree all state bound for track. The 1-1 pitch to Gergen. That's in for a strike at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The count. A base hit here would be huge. Can Gergen deliver? Becca Luce trying to get herself out of a huge jam. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. First baseman in foul territory will make the catch. Everybody will hold. And there's 2 down. Gergen on the pop-up is the second out, and here comes Larson. Emily Larson will step to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 down in the bottom half of the first inning. Luce trying to work out of a jam. She got 1 big out. She needs another. The pitch to M. Lars. That's outside, ball one. No place to put her. They have to pitch to the Arrow big stick. Loose ready. The 1-0 pitch to Larson. That's in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Samantha Blumendahl is at third. Brooke Henderson is at second. Wolber is at first, and the pitch. High fly ball, left center field. 1 run is in. Henderson around, she will score. Wolber around, she will score. And it's an RBI double to Emily Larson as she busts the game open. The Arrow big stick delivers again. A bases clearing double. Blumendahl scores, Henderson scores, Wolber scores, and the Arrows are up 4-0. Inning not over. Here comes Carly DeShepper to the plate. The Arrows starting to get to loose here in game number 2. The pitch, jam shot, down the first baseline, foul and out of play. As Johnson frantically warming up over here in between the fields. DeShepper looking to drive in Larson. Larson with a huge RBI double. 3 runs batted in for Larson. The pitch, shallow fly ball to second. Allness makes the catch, and the Arrows are done in the first, but they make a big statement. 4 runs on 3 hits, make it 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Arrows, after an inning of play, lead the New Ulm Eagles 4-0. This is Pipestone area softball.
Hi, this is Carly DeShepper, and you're listening to Pipestone area softball on KLOH.
Top half of the second inning we go. The Arrows lead the New Ulm Eagles 4-0. A big inning for the Arrows, as Bauman will set to go to work against 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Jill Garice, Logan Allness, and Becca Luce, the scheduled hitters for the Eagles. As the Arrows break their huddle on the pitcher's mound, and Jill Garice will start things off. Garice was on base all 3 times in the first game, 2 via an error, 1 via a hit. Bauman will start things off here against Garice. The windup, the first pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. Now if you're the Arrows, you've got this 4-run lead. Rowdy, how important or how big would it be to go out there and get another quick inning on defense and get back to the plate?
You know, that's what you want to do. You want to try and make a 1-2-3 inning and just work fast now.
Ground ball to Wolber. She flips across to Blumendahl, and there's 1 up and 1 down. Arrows right now trying to keep the momentum on their side. They can get a quick inning here defensively and get back to the plate. We'll see what happens. Bauman now to go up against the second baseman, Logan Allness. Allness steps in. First pitch. In for a strike. 0-1. Allness, the lefty. She's tried to lay down the bunt for a base hit a couple of times. She could slap. Haven't seen her slap, although she acted like she wanted to slap there. She was taking the crossover step. The 0-1 pitch. That's in for a strike. 0-2 the count. Arrows on top, 4-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. Bauman ready. And the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to Bauman. She's got it. Throws to Blumendahl. And there's 2 down. That'll bring Becca Luce to the plate. Luce, the pitcher, will come up to the plate here for the New Ulm Eagles with 2 down in the inning. Luce steps in. Bauman ready. And the first pitch to her. Ground ball to Wolber. Takes it on a hop. Across the diamond to Blumendahl. And a quick 1, 2, 3 sit-down inning for the New Ulm Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Going to the bottom of the second, Arrows lead 4-0. This is Arrow softball.
Arrow softball on KLOH.
Back here to Marshall, bottom of the second inning we go. Arrows lead 4-0 over the New Ulm Eagles as Becca Luce will stay in the game as the New Ulm pitcher. Johnson was frantically warming back here behind us. Rowdy thought maybe they'd make the change, but they're going to let the senior have another inning or 2.
Well, you know.
She's earned it. She's put in her time, no question about it.
Yeah.
I doubt if this situation would have happened last year that Coach Bauman would have probably made a change, as Chelsea had earned the right to take it the distance. We'll see if Luce has that same option. Megan Vanderpool will start things off for the Arrows as they send 8 to the plate in the first inning. 9-1-2 for the Arrow offense. Pooley, the lefty senior, will step in. The first pitch from Becca Luce. That's in for a strike. 0-1 the count. One strike the count. The pitch from Luce. Ground ball, or fly ball, base hit center field for Vanderpool, and she's aboard with a single. Here comes Bauman in the top of the order as Coach Bauman gives Pooley the big thumbs up, and Bailey will come to the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a single, a run scored here in this ball game. Luce, the senior, will look behind home plate to Janelle Curry to figure out what they're going to throw to Bauman here with the leadoff batter aboard. Bales steps in. Becca Luce ready. Shakes her off once, now has the one she likes. Here's the pitch to Bauman. That's outside. Vanderpool going first pitch. She's in, not a problem. Stolen base for Megan Vanderpool. And the Arrows with a runner in scoring position. Vanderpool so deceptively quick. Got a great jump and was in easily. A ball to count to Bailey Bauman. She steps in, Luce ready, and the pitch. That's a foul ball out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Bauman, or is it 0-2? That's 1-1. Thought I was right.
It's 1-1.
Had to make sure. Luce ready, the 1-1 pitch to Bales.
Nice.
Base hit center field. Vanderpool will come in to score easily. Bauman thought about rounding. She'll hold at first. It's an RBI single for Bauman, and the Arrows increase their lead. They're up 5-0. Here comes Steph Rudy, and Coach Anderson is out. I believe we're going to have a pitching change here for the New Ulm Eagles. And we will. Becca Luce, her day will come to a close as Coach Anderson heading to the bullpen. She will bring in Kelsey Kanagieser. She got a pinch hit last ball game, and it looks like she could be coming in here now as Coach Anderson has taken the ball from her senior, and here comes Kanagieser into the ball game. An RBI single for Bailey Bauman puts the Arrows on top 5-0 here, as we'll have a courtesy runner for the Arrows, Amber Hoppert, when we get back to action for Bauman, the pitcher at first. Hoppert, who is normally the courtesy runner for Carly DeShepper, the catcher. She'll come in and run for Bauman, and Becca Luce will come out of the ball game, giving way to Kanagieser, the pitcher. I made sure that I checked with some of the New Ulm fans to make sure I was pronouncing that name right, because I know I didn't get it right in the first game.
Very good of you, Bill.
Well, I want to make sure I got it right. I don't want to butcher anybody's name. Kanagieser. Okay, I was told 2 different ways, so I'll go with yours. Oh, you're the dad. Well, then you should know, huh?
He might know the right way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a good idea. We'll take a break as the new pitcher takes some warm-up tosses here in Marshall. This is Pipestone Area Softball.
To Pipestone Area Softball on KLOH.
Arrows lead 5-0 over the New Ulm Eagles as Becca Luce has been lifted out of the game by Coach Anderson. And the new pitcher is number 13, Kelsey Kanagieser, the freshman for the New Ulm Eagles. And that is the correct pronunciation. Her dad standing about 15 feet from me, so he made sure I had it right. Appreciate that. Whoops, there goes my program. Got her back. We're all right. And coming to the plate for the Arrows will be Steph Rudy. Rudy has not had an official at-bat here in game number 2. She sacrificed her first at-bat to move Bauman over. Hoppert running for Bauman at first base. The first pitch to Rudy for the new pitcher, Kanagieser, is a bouncer before the plate. Hoppert on her way to second. The throw, not in time. And the Arrows with a runner in scoring position.
Oh, she's so little. She just looks like a little...
Hoppy is the new Amanda Munger. Hoppy has got speed to burn on the base pass. Kanagieser, the windup, and the pitch to Rudy. Rudy shows bunt and offers. Pitch is in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Arrows' third baseman. Conagieser, the freshman. She's a big girl. 6'1", 6'2", Rowdy?
I'd say.
Pitch gets by. Hopper on her way. She will reach third on the pass ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rudy. Another runner at third here for the Arrows, 60 feet away. See if Rudy can come up with a base hit. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And there's 2 down. Oh, excuse me, 1 down.
Yep, 1.
1 away, and that'll bring Samantha Blumendahl. Blumendahl came up with a big hit in the first inning. An RBI single. She scored a run. The first pitch from Conagieser on the way. Bouncer before the plate. Good stop by Curry. As she holds Hoppy at third base. Blumendahl back in. The pitch. High. 1 ball, or 2 balls and no strikes. Arrows lead the New Ulm Eagles 5-0 here in Marshall. 1 down in the inning, a runner at third for the Arrows. The pitch. That's a ground ball. Base hit left field for Blumendahl. That'll bring Hoppert in to score. Blumendahl digging for 2. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Blumendahl with her second RBI hit of the ball game brings in Bauman's run to score, and the Arrows are now up 6-0 here in the second. Still only 1 down in the inning. Another run in scoring position here for the Arrows. Here comes Bruja. The pitch. That's in for a strike. It gets by. Blumendahl on her way to third. She'll reach without a throw. Some pass balls here, and the Arrows have taken advantage. 0-1 the count to Henderson. Conagieser, the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Henderson. Bruja with a double last time up. 1 for 1 with a run scored. Here is Henderson. Conagieser ready. The 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball foul down the first baseline and out of play.
Said she's a freshman, Bill?
She is a freshman.
She's going to be very good.
She is going to be very good. The pitch to Henderson. That's low and inside for the ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Bruja. Shows a lot of confidence in her that Coach Anderson is going to her in this situation. The 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled straight back to the screen. Henderson just missed it. Arrows lead 6-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. Conagieser, the windup, and the pitch. That is a foul ball down the first baseline. Very close. Home plate umpire right on it on the line and says no, foul. The 1 ball and 2 strikes remains the count to Brooke Henderson. 1 down, a runner on third for the Arrows. Leading 6-0. The pitch. Popped up off the light pole and out of play. Did it get the bulb or not?
I don't think so.
Either way, the bulb's probably not going to be any good after a hard hit like that. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes as Henderson is in a battle here with the freshman. Conagieser, the windup, and the pitch. Little jam shot over shortstop. No, Altman makes the catch. Blumendahl's going to tag. The throw to home. Not in time. The New Ulm players saying that Blumendahl left early. They'll throw over to third base. They'll step on the bag. And the 2 umpires will get together. And the umpire right at third says, no, she tagged. And then left. Coach Anderson doesn't like the call. It's a sac fly for Brooke Henderson. And the Arrows are now up 7-0. That'll bring Brooke Wolber with 2 down in the inning to the plate. Wolber was walked last time up with the to load the bases. The pitch to her is low and in the dirt, ball 1. Coach Anderson still not happy with that call. The pitch, in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Brooke Wolber. Arrows lead 7-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. The pitch to Wobes is inside, 2-1 the count. Conagies are the windup. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Getting the winner of this ball game will head to the state tournament next week. The pitch to Wilbur. Ground ball, right side, scooped by Holmes. He can't get it, and Wilbur will reach.
Should have left it for the shortstop.
Altman was there, but Holm got a hand on it. Okay, decision time, Rowdy. Base hit or error? It's a tough play for the third baseman to make, and after it hit her glove, there was no chance for Altman.
Error.
All right. Rowdy says it's an error. That's what we'll go with. The first pitch to Gergen is in for a strike, 0-1. So Wilbur Award via the error, charge to Laura Holm, the third baseman. The pitch to Gergen. Ground ball, chopper down the first baseline, taken by the first baseman. Garice, she'll step on the bag, and the Arrows are down here in the second. They get 3 more runs on 3 more hits. There was an error, and 1 left on. 7-0 our score. We go to the third inning. This is Arrow softball. Back here in Marshall, we go to the top half of the third inning, as Bauman will go up against 8-9, and then the top of the order here for the New Ulm Eagles in the third. Jill Bartles, Katie Bierk, and Sarah Schliemann, 8, 9, and 1. And this is the part of the lineup that's done most of the damage all day for Coach Anderson and the New Ulm Eagles. Bartles, who hit the ball extremely hard all 3 times. Injured a little bit on that big double play in the 7th inning. Took a while to get up from second base, but she's fine. Her dad is the radio play-by-play man of New Ulm Eagle softball. Gets to watch his daughter at all her games. Hope I have that opportunity sometime down the road.
Oh, Bill, that would be very nice.
Wouldn't that be fun to watch your daughter play? Be nerve-wracking, wouldn't it? First pitch, chopper foul down the first baseline and out of play. 0-1 the count. I talked to Jim in between games. He said, nope, she's fine. Of course, Jill has had some knee problems. She'll be going to Minnesota State Mankato next season. Play for the Mavericks. Bartles steps in. Bauman ready. The 0-1 pitch to her. That's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7-0. Arrows on top of the New Ulm Eagles. Top half of the third inning. Bauman steps off as Bartles was taking her time. Now we're ready to go. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Arrow softball on 10-5-0, brought to you by our fine Arrow sports sponsors like Dowdy Floral and Landscape Garden Center, where you can play ping pong for prizes right now.
Really?
Yeah, Dowdy doesn't do any work. He just plays ping pong all day and thought, hey, if somebody can beat me, I'll give him some savings. No, you'll find out more during the grand reopening at Dowdy Floral. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Bartles is down, and there's 1 away. Eric Stark, Gathan Veldhuisen, and Bree all going. Although Eric going in the shot put, not the discus. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1, as Starkey could not get one inbounds today down in Laverne during the section track meet, and does not qualify for the discus. He does qualify for the shot put, however. I believe that's how it went down. Again, I'm going with a total guess on that, as the pitch is fouled back to the screen by Bierk. 0-2 the count. Bales wasting little time. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring Sarah Schliemann to the top of the order back to the plate. Schliemann hit that little Texas leaguer right over top of second base that Henderson was able to basket catch a foot above the ground for the first out of the ballgame. First pitch goes to the backstop, ball 1. A lot of former Arrow softball players here, Rowdy, yourself. I've seen Chelsea Evans here. Thought I saw Bicey. I'm not 100% sure. I thought that was her.
No, Bicey's back up at school.
Oh, is she?
Yep.
The pitch swung on and missed for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. I could have swore that was her. I even said, hey, Tree. I would explain why she didn't answer me then.
That may be it. I know Bear's here. I think
I saw Bear.
Vo's here.
Yep, I saw Dar Vo. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, Erica's younger sister Emily is on the team. 1-2 the count. Bauman working to Schliemann. And the pitch. Ground ball snagged by Wilbur. Does she have time? No, she cannot get it there. And a base hit for Schliemann with 2 out here in the inning, and that will keep it alive for the New Ulm Eagles as Kayla Altman will come to the plate. Great attempt by Brooke Wilbur, deep in the hole behind third. Snagged it, threw across, and Schliemann able to beat it out by a step. Bauman now will face the number 2 hitter, Kayla Altman. She's 1 for 1 here in game number 2. Takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. Arrows lead 7-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. Top half of the 3rd inning here in Marshall. Bauman back on the pitching rubber. Rocks back on the left foot. The pitch. Check swing. She does not go. 2-0. Hello, Bear. We were just talking about you.
Bear's here now.
Bear's here.
With her niece.
Here's the 2-0 pitch from Bauman to the all-star shortstop, Kayla Altman. Swung on, line foul down the third baseline. Look out!
Yeah, they've been flying this way all game.
2 balls and 1 strike the count to the shortstop for the New Ulm Eagles. Glad to see you can make the trip there, Bear. Amanda Munger called me the other day after she got off work. Do I have time to get there? I said, I don't know, Bear. Here's the pitch to Altman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Her little niece approves. Is it niece?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. The niece approves of the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kayla Altman. Bauman ready. And the 2-2 pitch. Just misses outside, and the count's full. Good take by Kayla Altman. And now Bauman will come with a payoff pitch. Bailey ready. The 3-2 count. Swing and a miss. Bauman strikes out the side in the 3rd. And the New Ulm Eagles are done. No runs on a hit. There were no errors and 1 left on. Going to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Arrows on top, 7-0. This is Pipe.
Hi, this is Emily Allen, and you're listening to Pipestone Area Softball on KLOH.
Oh, baby, baby, have you seen?
Back here in Marshall, Arrows lead 7-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. For the Arrows, it'll be 7, 8, and 9. Emily Larson, Carly DeShepper, and Megan Vanderpool, the bottom 3rd of the order. As the New Ulm Eagles will have their huddle in the middle of the field, and Conagizer will stay in the game to pitch for the Eagles to Emily Larson. Larson 1 for 1 with a double and 3 runs batted in. A bases clearing double for Larson. First pitch, swing and a miss for a strike. Chased the off-speed pitch, was out in front. 0-1 the count. Conagizer looking into the sun. The wind and the fire. There's a ground ball down the third base line. Kahn picks it up, fires in time to get Larson. Good scoop by Garice over there at first base. And there's 1 down. The throw was low from Laura Holm, but Garice able to sneak it up and pick it off the dirts for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Carly DeShepper to the plate. She hit a little pop-up to Logan Allness, the second baseman, first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Carly DeShepper. 1 down, nobody on. Conagizer, the windup, and the pitch. Fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes as Carly DeShepper's run at the foul ball record for the season still intact. Oh, what? Oh, you're not even talking to me. You're not even paying attention.
I'm sorry,
the pitch. Bill. That's a base hit for Carly DeShepper. And
she was explaining why she was late, Bill. It's very important.
Okay. Shep is aboard on the hits. And we'll have a courtesy runner come on here. It's going to be, looks like EA, Emily Allen, going to run for DeShepper over there at first base with 1 down. Megan Vanderpool, a base hit, a stolen base, and a run scored here for the Arrows. The lefty slapper will step in to get her first look at Conagizer. As we have a little break in the action. Now we're ready to go. Vanderpool will step in. Conagizer is ready. The windup and the first pitch to Megan Vanderpool. Bunt shown, pulls it back and takes the pitch high, ball 1. Emily Allen running for the Arrows catcher, Carly DeShepper, over at first base.
Phil, I was just informed that Bicey is listening to us, though.
Well, hello. How is she getting this?
Through her phone, she said.
Through her phone. through somebody's holding the phone up to a radio somewhere for Bicey?
I'm not sure.
Well, good to have you along, Tree. Pooley back in. The pitch. Takes it high, goes to the screen. Allen on her way to second. She'll reach with a no throw. 2 balls and 1 strike to Megan Vanderpool. A runner in scoring position here now for the Arrows. Megan Vanderpool looking to drive her home. Conagies are ready. The 2-1 pitch. Shot foul and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with the top of the order on deck for the Arrows. Allen running for Carly DeShepper, who got her first hit of the day. Here with 1 out in the 3rd inning. Conagies are ready. We'll wind up. And now time is called by Megan Vanderpool at home plate.
I really hate when people do that.
The pitch. Strike 3 called. Vanderpool will take a seat. 2 down in the inning, and here comes Bailey Bauman. Bauman will step in for her first look at Conagies. Bauman is 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and a run batted in for the Arrows. First pitch from the freshman to the junior. That's in for a strike, and you said it, Rowdy. This girl is going to be good.
She is very talented for her age.
Only a freshman, and she ain't afraid to just light them up and blow it by the batter. The 0-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss as she blows by another one past Bauman. No balls and 2 strikes now, the count. Conagies are looking to put Bauman down on strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul. Down the 3rd baseline and out of play.
I was told that Meryl's listening too. She was at her brother's track meet though, supporting him.
Well, you got to support family first and foremost. Family first, softball second.
Sure, Bill.
Well, except in your case, and it's softball, softball, softball.
That's right.
Coach Bauman, softball. As the pitch to Bauman is high and tight, she spins out of the way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, hello, Merrill. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Bauman. Swung on and shot foul. Bauman stays alive, just gets a piece of it. Who else is listening? Everybody who's got Rowdy's number, text her.
Oh, no.
This ought to be fun. Let's load up the we're going to use Rowdy's text messages up here tonight, Marshall.
I got unlimited, Bill.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Bauman. Ground ball, base hit, center field. Allen will come around. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time to get EA. Bauman comes through with another base hit, her 3rd of the ball game, and the Arrows add on. They're up 8-0 now. And we'll have a courtesy runner. Here comes A-Hop. Speedy Hoppert comes on and will run at second base, and here comes Steph Rudy to the plate. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice and a strikeout. Now who is listening?
Megan Moffitt, but I can't say that on the air.
Megan Moffitt's listening. What's up? What's up, Moffitt? Pass ball, throw to 3rd. Not in time to get Hoppert. Hoppert thought about... what's that for?
That was very inappropriate, Megan.
I've never said one bad thing ever about Megan Moffitt. Moffitt, you're on my list.
Mitchell just said the same thing.
Here's the pitch. Chopper foul and out of play. Mitchell who?
Mitchell Nelson's listening too.
Well, hello, Mitch Nelson.
Bill, that was a bad idea.
Here's the pitch to Rudy. Ground ball foul and out of play. Rudy's staying alive in the at-bat. Hoppert stands at 3rd via the passed ball. Arrows on top, 8-0. The pitch. Bouncer before the plate. Good stop by Curry. That'll hold Hoppert at 3rd. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Arrows' 3rd baseman. Conagies, the freshman, looks in. Has the one she likes, and the 2-2 pitch to Rudy. Ground ball to Altman at short. She's got it. Fires across the diamond to get the speedy Rudy. And the Arrows are done in the third inning. They had another run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. 8-0 our score. Arrows on top. This is Pipestone softball.
Hi, this is Bailey Bauman, and you're listening to KLOH, home of Arrow Girls Softball.
Back here in Marshall, Arrows on top 8-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. We go to the top half of the 4th inning. For the New Ulm Eagles, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Kristen Forstner, Laura Holm, and Jill Garice, the scheduled hitters here for New Ulm. Rowdy's got plenty of text minutes left. Keep them coming.
Noaville.
We want to know where you're listening today. Kristen Forstner will step in to face Bauman in the Arrow defense. Bauman ready. The windup and the first pitch to the New Ulm Eagles left fielder. And a strike is in. 0-1 the count. Well, you got unlimited minutes. What do you care?
You're right, I guess.
Bring them on. You add the entertainment to the show. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes here to Forstner, the freshman, who made the move from the B squad to the varsity after only a month into the season. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we found out Bicey's listening. We found out Merrill's listening. Megan Moffat's listening. Mitchell Nelson's listening.
Sean Ennen's listening.
Sean Ennen's listening. The 1-2 pitch. Chopper down the third baseline. Bauman has it. Throw to first in time. And there's 1 down.
Chris Doherty and Braden Watson are listening too.
Well, hello, Chris and Braden. They're all listening. 1 down in the inning. You have a lot of phone numbers in your phone, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, this could be fun.
Oh.
1 down, and here comes Laura Holm to the plate.
And Scott Munger.
Scott Munger's listening. The pitch. In for a strike. 0-1 the count. Where is your dad today? Where is... He's in the field. Well, he better be working hard.
I'm told that Ashton Care Center is listening too.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball foul and out of play down the third baseline. Well, hello to all the folks listening at the Ashton Care Center. Glad you're taking us along for the ride. Hopefully we didn't cause anybody any troubles there in that first game. No balls and 2 strikes to Laura Holm. Bauman ready. DeShepper ready. And now Holm will call for time as Bauman just turns around and waits for her to step back into the bag. You see a lot of that a lot of time in college, Rowdy, where the batter will call the time, but the pitcher will just turn around and throw to the shortstop.
Let's try to, yeah.
Just trying to keep in her motion. Pitch missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Laura Holm. 0 for 1 on the day. Bauman on the pitching rubber, the windup, and the 1-2 pitch. Chopper foul and out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Section 3A championship went to the Wabasso Rabbits. They finished off the Murray County Central Rebels 20-5, the final score.
Owie.
Game got a little out of hand there towards the end. Bauman ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Holm. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Holm is down on the strikeout, and that'll bring Jill Garice to the plate. Garice is 0 for 1. She had a 1 hopper to Brooke Wolber at short her first time up. She'll step in, the lefty against Bauman.
Coach Johnson and his family are listening.
Hello, Coach and Jess. Thought maybe they'd be up here tonight. First pitch, ground ball to Rudy. She's got it across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 4th inning for the Arrows against the New Ulm Eagles in the 4th. 3 up and 3 down, 8-0 our score. Arrows on top. This is Pipestone Area Softball.
Hi, this is Brooke Henderson, and you're listening to Pipestone Area Softball on KLOH.
Let's go!
The Arrows lead the New Ulm Eagles as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. 8-0 is our score for the Arrows. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. We will see the one they call Bruja this inning. She'll follow Samantha Blumendahl, and right behind her, Brooke Wolber. 3, 4, and 5 for the Arrows to face the New Ulm defense. So let's see how good my memory is. Sean Ennin is listening. Mitchell Nelson is listening. Megan Moffat is listening. Bicey's listening. Merrill's listening. Coach Johnson and Jess are listening. The Ashton Care Center is listening. Chris Doherty is listening. And I'm missing one.
Braden Watson.
Braden Watson is listening.
I'm told Vito is listening too.
Who's Vito?
Chris Doherty's brother.
Well, what's up, Vito? You sound like a thug. Are you a mobster?
He might be.
First pitch to Blumendahl. Missed. Second pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. Should even it up here at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Bicey's mom put the cell phone up to the radio for her.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? Here's the 1-1 pitch to Blumendahl. Check swing, popped up, and that will be foul and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Blumendahl. Sam is 2 for 2 here on the day. A couple of singles, a couple of runs scored, and a couple of runs batted in. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Arrows' first baseman. Blumendahl ready. Kannegies ready. The pitch swung on, foul straight back into the screen. Just missed it. Did Iowa. 1-2 the count. Leadoff batter here for the Arrows in the 4th. Blumendahl. Kannegies ready. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Blumendahl will take a seat looking. And there's 1 down. Here comes the Arrows right fielder, Brooke Henderson. 1 for 1 with a double and a run batted in, a run scored. She'll take the first pitch low, ball 1. Don't forget, we'll have all the highlights of this game, and we'll get you caught up on what happened with the section track meet in Laverne tomorrow morning on the Sports Wrap as Henderson hits a grounder to Allness. She bobbles it and is not in time to get Henderson. Bruja is aboard via the air. And the Arrows will have a base runner here in the 4th inning. Brooke Wober coming to the plate. 0 for 1 officially in the game. She walked in the 1st, scored a run, reached in the 2nd inning on an error. Wobes will step in. We'll see what Coach Bauman asked her to do here in the bottom of the 4th. Brooke taps the front of home plate. The windup and the pitch. Shows bunt, pops it up sky high. That'll be caught by the catcher, Curry. And Wolber is retired, trying to move Henderson over. 2 down, and that'll bring Jessie Gergen to the plate. Gergen still looking for her first hit here in game number 2. In fact, looking for her first hit in the game. In the first game, she hit 3 foul balls to Kayla Altman at short. In the second game, she's hit a pop-up to the first baseman in foul territory, and she's hit her. So Jessie Gergen would love to find a hit here. Put one over the fence.
That would be very nice.
The pitch, swing and a miss. Fouls it back, actually, I guess they're going to say, is thought Henderson would be taken off, but the plate umpire says that Gergen got a piece of it. 0-1 the count. Kannegies pitching in relief of Becca Luce. The windup, the pitch. Ground ball to the middle of the infield. Allness has it for 1. And that will take care of it as Gergen will reach on the fielder's choice. They retire Henderson at 2nd, and the Arrows are done here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and 1 left. 8-0. We go to the 5th inning. This is Pipestone area softball.
Okay.
Hi, this is Samantha Blumendahl, and you're listening to Pipestone Area Softball on KLOH.
Arrows lead 8-0. We go to the top half of the 5th inning for the New Ulm Eagles. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Logan Allness, Becca Luce, and Jill Bartles. Actually, it won't be Luce. It'll be Kannegies who is in her spot in the lineup as Becca Luce was taken out back in the 2nd inning for the freshman as Bauman will work to the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup. It'll be Logan Allness, the second baseman, to lead things off here in the 5th inning. Coach Anderson relays her sign down to home plate. Bauman winds back and fires. First pitch chopped foul. 0-1 the count. Twins lost earlier today, 3-1.
Good to know.
Well, you're welcome. See? Kept me entertained on the way up here today.
How was your ride, Bill? Lonely?
Nerve-wracking.
Oh, I suppose.
The pitch popped up. Foul territory. Blumendahl will give chase, but it will go well into the stands.
Did you sing to yourself, Bill?
I did not sing to myself. I listened.
That's what I do.
I listened. Did you drive up here by yourself?
No, I rode with Blaine Jasper and Aggie.
Okay. Bauman ready. The windup and the pitch to loose, or Allness rather. Fouled off. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. I listened to the Twins game, and then I turned the radio down and sat in silence.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh,
I
that's
gotta
the best.
sing loud.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. She does not go. The pitch is high. Ball 1. Bauman back on the pitching rubber, rocks back on the left foot, winds, and the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to Swenson. She's got it. Hands it over to Blumendahl at first, and there's 1 down. Swenson, one half of our Cargill player of the game tandem from Tuesday, when Swenson was involved in with either the actual putout or the assist of the putout. She had 9, as Brooke Wober called it in her post-game interview. She was a garbage can over there. She caught everything. Conagizer steps in. Her first at-bats of this game is underway. First pitch misses high and outside, ball 1. Conagizer, who got a pinch hit in game number 1 and struck out. Actually, she popped up, I believe. I'll have to go back and look. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. Bauman working here in the 5th. The windup and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yes, Conagizer struck out in her pinch hit with runners on first and second in the 6th inning in game 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the pitcher. Bauman ready, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Conagizer is gone. 2 away. 2 down here in the top half of the 5th inning as Jill Bartles will come to the plate, the center fielder for the New Ulm Eagles. Bartles 0 for 1 here in game number 2. Bartles in game number 1 was 2 for 3. Steps in against Bauman. Line drive, base hit center field, and she'll be aboard with a 2-out single. Bartles can hit the ball. There's a reason she's going to play at the next level. That'll bring Katie Bierk to the plate, the designated player, batting for Janelle Curry, the catcher. Steps in with 2 down and 1 on.
She wants your program.
First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Bauman and company looking to get out of the 5th inning here. Bales ready. The windup. And the 0-1 pitch to Katie Bierk. Down low, ball got by momentarily at Carly DeShepper. Up quickly with it. Will hold the runner at first base. 2 down. 1-1 the count to Bierk. Bauman ready. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. She's a cute little thing, huh?
She is, but she don't like
she's gonna be naughty when she gets older. Bauman ready, and the 1-2 pitch to Bierk. Bouncer before the plate. Good stop by Carly DeShepper. Holds the runner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down and a runner on. Jill Bartles, a 2-out single here in the top half of this 5th inning. Bauman ready, and the pitch. Outside, and that'll bring the count full. Payoff pitch coming here as the Eagles try to claw their way back in. Bailey ready. Bierk ready. And the payoff pitch. Low. Walker. And Bauman will issue the 2-out walk and put runners on first and second here for the New Ulm Eagles. Arrows lead 8-0, top half of the 5th inning, 2 down and 2 on now. And here comes the top of the order as Carly DeShepper says, get in here, as Coach Bauman makes his way out to the middle of the infield. He'll talk with his junior pitcher and the rest of the infielders. Calm them down here just a little bit as Emily Larson and Brooke Henderson make their way over to Megan Vanderpool in center field. Well, we got a break in the action. Want to remind you, Arrows softball on 10-5-0, brought to you by our fine Arrow sports sponsors like Jeremy and Marita at Dar's Pizza. when you get home tonight, get yourself some chicken, some breadsticks, some pizza. They got those cheesy garlic bread things. Oh, those are to die for. Also by Quist Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, and by Chuck Vox at M&H Communications in Pipestone, your authorized Kenwood dealer. Make sure to thank those fine folks for sponsoring Aero Softball. As Sarah Schliemann steps in, 1 for 2 here in the game. The pitch from Bauman is outside, ball 1. First and second here for the New Ulm Eagles as Arrows lead 8-0. 2 down, Bauman ready, Schliemann ready, and the 1-0 pitch. And that misses, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 on and 2 down here for the Eagles. The 2-0 pitch to Schliemann. Swung on, ground ball to third. Rudy will step on the bag, and the Eagles are down in the 5th inning. Schliemann will reach on the fielder's choice for New Ulm. No runs on a hit. There were no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Arrows on top, 8-0. This is Pipestone Area Softball.
Hi, this is Carly DeShepper, and you're listening to Pipestone Area Softball on KLOH.
Arrows lead 8-0 over the New Ulm Eagles as Emily Larson will lead things off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Larson, DeShepper, and Vanderpool, the scheduled hitters, 7, 8, and 9 in the Arrow lineup. Emily Larson on the afternoon, 1 for 2, a double, and 3 runs batted in, as she'll look to start things off here for the Arrows in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Arrows, the home team, they'll have the final say of the day. The first pitch to Larson is high, ball 1. Larson, Carly, and Pooley, the scheduled hitters here in the 5th. Conagies are ready. The pitch swung on and missed for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coach Bauman telling Larson to keep her head down and keep it in there. She's pulling out as the pitch comes in. The pitch in for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to M. Lars. 1-2 the count to Larson. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Larson is gone. 1 down, and that'll bring Carly DeShepper to the plate. Shep is 1 for 2. Got her first hit of the ball game last time up in the 3rd inning. Her spot in the lineup will later come around to score a run courtesy of Emily Allen. The first pitch to Carly is low, ball 1. Arrows leading 8-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. Winner of this ball game will go to the state tournament next week. There's a chopper to Holm at third. She has it across the diamond, and there's 2 up and 2 down. Now what are you giggling about?
She's so cute. I just keep laughing at her.
That'll bring Megan Vanderpool to the plate with 2 down. Pooley is 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout, a base hit, and a run scored. Takes the first pitch for a called strike 1 at the knees. 0-1 the count. The pitch from Conagies. And for another strike. Quickly 0-2 here to Vanderpool as Conagies starting to find her rhythm. The freshman, Conagies. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Vanderpool is gone, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Arrows in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 6th inning. Arrows on top, 8-0. This is Arrow Softball.
Brooke Wilbur, and this is your home for Pipestone Area Softball on KLOH.
Arrows lead 8-0 over the New Ulm Eagles as Bauman takes her last toss. The throw down to Brooke Wilbur. And we'll be ready to go for the New Ulm Eagles. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Kayla Altman, Kristen Forstner, and Laura Holm, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Eagles. Altman is 1 for 2, a single, a strikeout. Kristen Forstner is 0 for 2, and Laura Holm is 0 for 2. Bauman and company break huddle in the middle of the field. I just like watching them each time they break. They all do the same thing.
They all do something different.
They all do something a little different, and they do it every single inning. Bauman worked to 2, 3, and 4. Altman will step in first. Bauman ready. Altman ready. The first pitch to her on the way, and that's low, ball 1.
It's the hardest part of the game. You got to stay punched in.
Yep, you don't want to relax even for 1 second. 1-0 the count to Altman. Bauman ready. The pitch. That's low and inside, 2-0. Bauman got herself into a little bit of a trouble last inning with 2 people on. Got the first 2 outs quickly, then a base hit, and then a walk. 2-0 the count to Altman. Bauman winds and fires again. Lifted sky high into left field. Larson giving chase. Cannot make the catch. Lands in foul territory, and Altman will be aboard. Larson was charging hard and just overran it at the last second. And Altman will be aboard with a leadoff double. Like you said, Rowdy,
Can't relax.
you cannot relax even for a second. You give a team a little bit of life and it can come back to bite you. The pitch, swung on, fouled back, 0-1 the count. This is where the Aero defense, and I know you're going to love this, needs to punch back in.
I actually used the term myself.
Yes, you did. That's why I thought I could get away with it. Bauman ready. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Line drive center field. Vanderpool makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Ooh.
Forstner is out on the fly ball to center field. 1 away. And that'll bring Laura Holm to the plate. Leadoff double for Kayla Altman. She's 2 for 3 here in the ball game. Holm will step in, looking for her first hit against Bauman here in game number 2. Bale's ready. Rocks and fires. First pitch outside and high, ball 1. This is where you got to hope as well that Bauman doesn't start to get a little tired and start to leave some things over the plate.
Yeah.
You're hoping that the adrenaline's going to kick back in here in a minute. And the Arrows will hold on to this 8-run lead. The pitch. Ground ball to Blumendahl. That's foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Is that right?
1-1.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Yep.
1-1 the count here to Laura Holm, the third baseman for the New Ulm Eagles. She'll step back in against Bauman. Bailey ready. Holm ready. And the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, didn't go. Pitch is high, 2-1. Arrows won the first game here this afternoon in Marshall, 1-0. They got an unearned run in the top half of the first, and the Arrow defense did the rest. Arrows lead here 8-0 in game number 2. We're in the 6th inning. The pitch popped up. Blumendahl calling everybody off. She will make the catch in foul territory, and there's 2 gone. That'll bring Jill Garice to the plate. She is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. 1 to Rudy and 1 to Wober on the left side of the infield. Garice, the first baseman, will step in. She's only a freshman. Bauman ready. 2 down and a runner on the pitch. And that misses, ball 1. A big mix for the New Ulm Eagles. Some seniors, some juniors, and a lot of freshmen. 1-0 the count. Garice ready, Bauman ready. And the 1-0 pitch. That's in for a strike at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 8-0 Arrows on top. Top half of the 6th inning. 1 on, 2 down for the Arrows. Garice at the plate. 1-1 to her. Bauman leans in, has the one she likes from Carly DeShepard. Comes set. Rocks back, and the 1-1 pitch on the way. It's low, 2-1. Bauman playing catch with DeShepard, who's behind the plate. Samantha Blumendahl's at first. Swenson at second. Rudy's at third. Wober at short as Bauman fires the 2-1 pitch. In for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Outfield left to right. Larson, Vanderpool, and Henderson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bauman looking for the strikeout. Garice at the plate. And now time is called by Garice. Bauman ready. The 2-2 pitch. Chopper to Bauman. She's got it. Blumendahl's got it. And the New Ulm Eagles are done here in the 6th. No runs on 1 hit. A leadoff double goes by the wayside. No errors. And the Arrows lead 8-0 going to the bottom half of the 6th inning. This is Pipestone area softball.
Hi, this is Bailey Bauman, and you're listening to KLOH, home of Arrow Girls Softball.
Arrows on top, 8-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 for the Arrows. Bauman, Rudy, and Iowa, Samantha Blumendahl. 1, 2, and 3 for the Arrows here in the 6th inning. Got a text that the folks at Dowdy Floral and Landscaping.
Oh, good. So we heard all the crap you gave him about his ping pong table.
Well, all he does is sit and play ping pong all day. Makes his employees do all the work, and then he comes up with this brilliant idea. Hey, since I've been playing ping pong, I might as well have that be some kind of promotion during the grand opening. You want to know what I'm talking about? Go in and talk to Brian at Dowdy Floral. It's a little jam shot. Altman will take 2 steps back and make the catch, and Bauman is retired on 1 pitch. I can say that because Brian knows I'm joking. And if not, he'll just go out on the golf course next time we see each other and just beat the ever-living you-know-what out of me. The pitch to Rudy, a changeup, in for a strike, 0-1 the count. Rudy is 0 for 2. She sacrificed once, struck out, and hit a ground ball to Altman at short. Kanigie's are ready. The pitch. That's in for a strike, and it's 0-2 the count. Boy, that took me back right there, Rowdy.
What one?
Sounded like Munger was out in the outfield playing left going, hey, hey, hey. Here's a ground ball to home through her legs. And Rudy will be aboard. Munger having fun here today. All right, Rowdy, you're my official scorekeeper. Base hit or error? That's got to be an error. Went right through her legs.
Did you touch it?
Went right through her legs.
Okay, fine. Error.
Get the glove down.
Yeah.
Here comes Blumendahl, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Shows bunt, takes it, pulls it back. Runners are going. Rudy's on her way from first to second. Pitch to Blumendahl was high for a ball. Arrows on top, 8-0 the score. Samantha Blumendahl, the pitch. Chopper foul down the first baseline and out of play. Rudy will turn around and head back to second. Bree Wolber going to the state track meet in the 100, the 300, and the long jump. Congratulations to Breezy.
Wow.
Yeah, she's good.
Yes, she
Pitch,
is.
swing, and a miss for a strike. Aero Tracksters sending a bunch of kids up to the state tournament. We'll have them all for you tomorrow morning on the Sports App. Let you know how they did in each of their events this afternoon down in Laverne. The pitch, check swing. Sam able to hold off. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 1 on and 1 down here for the Arrows. A pop out by Bauman. An error allows Rudy on, and now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Blumendahl is gone on the strikeout. 2 down, and that'll leave things up to Brooke Henderson. Bruja is 1 for 2, a double, a run scored. She also reached on an error. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Glad everybody is listening back home as Conagieser sends one in. That's fouled off the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Hopefully Rowdy and I have kept you entertained throughout the day.
I think we might have. From what I'm told, we're pretty entertaining, Bill.
We used up a lot of Rowdy's text minutes. The pitch, grounded foul, and out of play. Good hops by Coach Bauman to track that one down in foul territory.
He bobbled it.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
That's an error on Coach Bauman then.
Yep.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count to the Arrows right fielder. Conagieser ready. The windup and the pitch to Brew. Swung on, fouled straight back as Henderson just misses. 2 down here for the Arrows. Rudy stands at second. Arrows up 8-0. Henderson ready. Conagieser ready. The pitch. That's a ground ball to Allness through her legs. Rudy will hold at third. Henderson will reach safely. Second error of the inning by the New Ulm defense.
Definitely an error, Bill.
Yeah, that is definitely an error. And the Arrows will have runners on the corners with 2 down. Brooke Wober will be the batter, as I believe we're going to have a pinch runner for Brooke Henderson perhaps over there at first base. Looks like it. Looks like Lauren Karstensen will come in and run for Bruja over there at first base. 15 for 2, Coach Bauman tells the home plate umpire. Meanwhile, conference in the middle of the infield with Coach Anderson. Arrows on top, 8-0 over the New Ulm Eagles. 2 down in the inning and 2 on for the Arrows. Runners on the corners. Rudy stands at third. Laura Karstensen stands at first base. Lauren represents the game-winning run here in the inning if she can get in. That would put the 10-run rule into effect. Since the Arrows are the home team, that would be it. Wober comes to the plate. Brookie, 0 for 2. Reached on an air, popped up to the pitcher, or to the catcher, and was walked. Scored a run. First pitch is high, ball 1 to Brooke Wober. Rudy stands at second. Karstensen at first. The pitch. Low, 2-0. My bad, Rudy stands at third, not second.
Is that for Rudy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say Laura Rudy, but
I know.
she's still coming yet.
Yeah.
2-0 the count to Wober. Conagy's ready, the pitch. Ground ball down the first baseline, foul and out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike now to the Arrows shortstop. Conagy's ready. Wober steps back in, takes a big deep breath. The 1-2 pitch. Low. Snap throw back to the pitcher. And Lauren Karstensen, who was kind of taking her sweet old time getting to second base, just sneaks in behind the tag of Altman. And now the winning run stands at second base for the Arrows. If Wober can come up with a hit, could be ball game.
Let's hope.
The pitch to Robes. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, and 2 on for the Arrows. Conagy's are ready. The windup and the 2-2 pitch. Little fly ball to right. Schliemann is underneath it. She'll make the catch. And the Arrows are down here in the 6th inning. No runs on no hits. There were 2 errors by the New Ulm Eagles and 2 left. We go to the top half of the 7th inning. The Arrows are on top 8-0. This is Pipestone Area Softball.
This is Peyton Peterson, and you listen to Pipestone Area Softball on KLOH.
Peterson, who made the jump to the varsity level, playing after the B squad season. Unfortunately, probably won't get to play at all because of her injury. She is in a soft cast right now and on crutches is Peyton, but she is still one of the giggliest people on the team. She has a lot of fun. She is never not talking in the dugout. Bauman will go up against 6, 7, and 8 here in the top half of the 7th inning. The pitch. Check swing did not go. Ball 1. Logan Allness, the second baseman. Conagyser and Jill Bartles, the scheduled hitters, as Bauman rocks back and fires the 1-0 pitch. Little jam shot popped up. Bauman makes the play, throws it over to Blumendahl at first, and there's 1 down.
1 down, 2 to go.
Don't say it yet.
I'm just putting it in the back of everyone's head.
Okay.
Don't worry, Bill. Don't worry.
Okay. Bauman. Yep, 1-3. Sorry, I realized you knew what I was talking about. Here's a ground ball. Rudy snags it across the diamond in time. And there's 2 down in the inning. 2 down in the top of the 7th inning. That'll leave things up here to Jill Bartles. Bartles, the senior, steps in to face Bauman. Arrow fans are on their feet. They know what's happening. The first pitch, bouncer before the plate, 1-0. Rowdy's got her camera ready. Some of the Arrow fans have got their cameras ready. Arrow fans are lining the fence from about the foul pole in right field all the way to behind the dugouts and into the grandstands. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball foul down the third baseline, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. What was that?
It's a bottle. Oh, we got a bottle on the field.
Larson comes trotting in. She'll pick it up and get it back out of foul territory. Don't know where that came from.
Great, now everyone's going to think it was from me because you handed it to me.
1 ball and 1 strike. Bauman working to Bartles here with 2 down in the top of the 7th. Bartles back in. Bauman ready. Bales ready. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Now, if the Arrows fans weren't on their feet before, they are now. The Eagles down to their last strike. Bauman takes a big, deep breath. Comes set. Rocks back on that left foot. And the 1-2 pitch popped up. Foul territory. Bauman makes the catch. Warm up the fire trucks. The Arrows are heading back to the state AA tournament. They take 2 from the New Ulm Eagles here in Marshall and defend their section championship. 8-0 is the final score. The Arrows will represent our section at the state softball tournament next week in North Mankato. Final numbers, Coach Bauman, our Cargill players of the game. Yes, plural, there's a bunch of them. We're going to have them all for you on the postgame show. Arrows heading back to the state tournament. 8-0 the final score. This is Pipestone area softball.
Who you bank?
And now, the Region 3 AA, Section AA 3 champions. Number 1, Carly DeShepard. Number 2, Brooke Henderson. Number 3, Abby Taubert. Number 4, Ashley Boss. Number 5, Emily Darvo. Number 6, Bailey Bauman. Number 7, Megan Vanderpool. Number 8, Steph Rudy. Number 11, Sam Blumendahl. Number 12, Emily Allen. Number 13, Brooke Wolver. Number 14, Jesse Bergen. Number 15, Lauren Karstensen. Number 18, Emily Larson. Number 22, Peyton Peterson. Number 24, Amber Hopper. And number 28, Taylor Swenson. Assistant coach, Robert Peterson. Assistant coach, Jess Skellhouse. Not here, all right. And head coach, Troy Bauman. And now, with the captains of the Pipestone Arrows, the Section 3 AA Championship team coming forward. You can pick up their plaque. Championship play next Thursday, June 4th in Mankato at Caswell Park. Good luck, girls.
Line them up.